Welcome everybody to another video of Vinyl Addict. This is Chili, and this is part 3 of my Kings of Leon trilogy. Now before I get into this, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment on this video, share this video. If you still haven't, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for updates. Okay, so with that out of the way, we're at part 3, the third final installment, and this album here is the 2008 Only by the Night album. Now, let's start with the packaging and just the way it looks all together. By this time, they're not even putting their name of the band on the front cover or the title of the album. You know, it's a cool little piece here where if you look closely, you see like roosters and crows or something. Kind of artsy fartsy, right? And then you got it on the spine though, Kings of Leon, Only by the Night, and there you have the set list or track list, because a lot of these songs are pretty much will be played in the arenas. This album sounds like it's ready for the arena. Production wise, songs sound like anthems, you know. So yeah, this album's like kind of like groomed for the big time. Now this is a double vinyl, and so with this gatefold, you have a picture of how they looked at this point. They cut their hair and everything except Nathan, the drummer, still keeping the long hair. Now, unlike the other two albums, the prior albums, they have the lyrics on a sheet. This one is on this side of the gatefold. I don't really care for it. You can see the song titles, of course. The lyrics are white on white. You gotta kind of maneuver it, and then you could really see the print and stuff like that. It's just, I know it's all about aesthetics. I think that's why they were going for it, but if you really want to sit and read the lyrics to it, it's you're gonna have a hard time. Some may have a hard time. The labeling is really cool. So this is how it looks. And like I said, it's spread out in 2 vinyls. Sounds excellent. It's very silent. It's one of the most silent albums I've heard. Okay, so now this album is pretty much 90% modern rock alternative and 10% southern rock, whereas before, you know, from the first album, it was just southern rock, indie, and, you know, gradually it's been changing. Now, these last 3, you know, the first one, which was the Shake Heartbreak, you know, that was still kind of rough around the edges as far as the southern rock thing going and the indie stuff. Some of his vocals were kind of, you know, it was hard to understand. Some people, I had a difficult time understanding. By this time, you know, the pronunciations of words and everything are just, you know, it's pristine. And, but they're still pushing the alternative modern rock thing here. Sonically, it just sounds a totally different band. Now, the opener, Closer, the song Closer and Crawl, really great. And you know, his guitar leads again, which he started on because of the times. Matthew's guitar leads on here are really tasteful, and they're just, you know, it's just an amazing, as far as like the musicianship and changing their sound at the same time. That's really cool, you know. So they are all progressing, and that's one thing. Once a band like this is kind of like all in on it, you know, you could tell. And the whole thing with the alternative rock sound and the anthems, the arena rock sound, it's somewhat like U2, but they're not shoving it down your throat like U2 songs are. They're really being themselves still, and it's really cool. Of course, the first single on here, Sex on Fire, I mean, you couldn't get away from that song in 2008. I mean, even Kanye West used the name of their band, Kings of Leon, and that song on one of his lyrics for the song Dark Fantasy. You know, The song itself wasn't originally called Sex on Fire. It was called Set Us on Fire. And they used to just rehearse the song, and a sound engineer kind of said to him, okay, that song Sex on Fire, ha ha ha, kind of thing. And then Caleb just sort of just changed everything around based on what that sound engineer said, and there you go. Now, hopefully that guy should get like a songwriting credit, right? Who knows? Anyways, what else is on here? A great deep cut is Be Somebody. That sounds great live. There's a lot of intensity on that song. Cold Desert is probably one of Caleb's most, as far as lyrically he said, is his most personal up to this time, because he was talking about grappling with fame at such a young age. And so there you have this album. I think it's really good. It's a really strong one. Some may argue that the trilogy would be starting from Because of the Times to this album, Only by the Night, and then, Come Around Sundown, which was a great album, which came out in 2010. That's the one with the palm trees and the yellow kind of album cover. But I felt like these three it was just the gradual, you still have the nice indie kind of southern rock thing going on here, and it kind of remains throughout all these albums. That's why I said they still haven't forgotten who they are. I mean, it's a great foundation. The first album, of course, but then the second, third, and fourth, I feel, are the ones that are the trilogy of strong albums. And if you want to hear how these songs sound live, here, this is the Kings of Leon live at the O2, which came out in 2009, and it really showcases these last three albums more, because this is that tour, and because that was their year. This is the album that got them the Grammys, all those Grammys, and all those accolades and whatnot. So leave me a comment below. Do you think this is the trilogy, or with not with Come Around Sundown, or leave me a comment below. And with that, I'll shut up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.